Hey everyone, hope you're all doing good. So, after a really long break, I finally decided to start sculpting once again. Today, I've sculpted the Batman. It is Christopher Nolan's version of Batman, one of my favorite characters. The armature was fixed long back. I think it should have been fixed some 2 months ago, and I've kept it in shelf because I wasn't that much confident enough to do the sculpture because since it's a favorite character of mine, I wanted to make it right because the costume has a lot of details in it, and when it comes to detailing in a black sculpture, it is not that easy because everything is in black, and when you try to give some line details on it, it is not that easy at all. So over here I've started sculpting from the head of the sculpture, and that is where I usually start my sculpture, because once I see that the head has been completed properly, I can confidently work on the rest of the sculpture. And mostly the head part takes a lot of effort to get it right because there's a lot of minute detailing in it, and especially when it comes to mask and all, you should make sure the two colors don't mix anywhere, because if there is a little bit of black onto the skin tone, getting it off from the skin tone is not that easy at all. And for the horns, I first given two pieces of copper in it, because if you're just gonna use clay and when you bake it, the horns can be very fragile and it will break off very easily. So as we finish the head of the sculpture, and once I feel I've done a good job over there and I wouldn't get back to it any sooner, I would start from the leg of the sculpture, that is from the feet. And another reason to start from the feet is because that is the spot where your armature and the base is getting fixed onto. So if you are going to skip that part and start working from the upper body, your armature will be shaking a lot. And it also depends on the pose of your armature, because certain poses they are very strong, so you can start from wherever you want. And it also depends on if you are using two different shades for the sculpture, you'll have to decide where you're going to start from, because in certain sculptures the shirt of the character will be tucked in, so there you can't start from the bottom, you'll have to start from the top of it. So and if it is two different shades, that is a really tricky thing to work with. So at those places you should work very slow. You can work fast, but it depends. If again, if your armature is not shaking much, you can work fast. So it totally depends on the pose of the sculpture. So as we finish sculpting the lower part of the sculpture, and in this particular version of Batman there isn't much of paddings in the leg part, there's just some line details which I wouldn't do right now, because as I work the upper part of the body, I'll have to grab the sculpture. So all those line detailings will obviously get smudged off. So I'll have to wait for those detailings when I finish off the whole sculpture and it's just the detailing works alone. Then I'll be working with it. And a common problem when sculpting the upper part of the body is there are a lot of muscles over here, uh, chest, abs, laterals, back muscles and all. So what happens most of the time is you will end up using more clay than required. So what I mean is sometimes your character is supposed to look slim, and since you would want to make it look more muscular, you will put up more clay in it, and sometimes it look a bit odd, because I've had that experience before when I sculpted Green Lantern. Characters are actually slim, but somehow after finishing the sculpture only I noticed that I've put more clay than required, and it ended up looking a fatter version of Green Lantern. It isn't bad, it doesn't look so bad and all, it doesn't look obvious, but for Green Lantern, so much muscles was a bit offbeat for me. So coming back to Batman, the character is gonna wear a cape at the end, so I don't have to worry much of the backside of the sculpture over here, especially with the detail part. But at the same time, I'll have to give a proper muscle mass for it, and once that is done, I would move on to the arms of the sculpture. I would start from the shoulders, especially because that is the spot where your chest and arms are going to get linked up. In this sculpture, the arms are going to get shoulder paddings, bicep area paddings, forearm paddings and all, which I'll be giving it after I finish both the arms first, because once you know both sides are looking the same, that is the left arm and the right arm looks similar, you can go on with the padding work. And again, the paddings are all, they are like final details of the sculpture, so you should first make sure that you are not gonna grab the sculpture over the arms and all. So for that, I would usually leave the hands of the sculpture alone. Here you can see the copper wire over there, that is where I usually hold the sculpture, because sometimes for the detailing, or if there are areas where you have to patch up once more, there has to be a part of the sculpture where you can hold on to. So if you're going to put clay all over the sculpture, and if you're going to do patchworks and all, it is obviously going to shake. So for holding it still, I've left those pieces of copper wires for now, and once the detailing is done pretty much, and once I know that I'm not going to hold the sculpture as a whole, I will start working on the hands of the sculpture. So here we have started working with the abs area. In this version of Batman, there isn't much of visible abs, it's just some paddings on it. And when working with small parts like this, especially the paddings and strips of paddings and all, cutting it is not an easy job at all, because since it is clay, it is not stiff at all. So when cutting really slim parts, it is gonna get wobbly, it can smudge out, so it's very sensitive part to work, and it is the most delaying part to work also. For the forearms, I first given some texture details, and then I've given the padding, and the paddings are given further detailing by giving those cut pieces. I don't know what you call that. I've cut some part of the padding over here, and usually those kind of work is done on the cutting mat. Here I have done it on the sculpture itself, which is much more convenient way of doing it, because when you're working on the cutting mat, there isn't a proper gripping surface over there. And then we work on the belt of the sculpture, which is also a easy part to work with. And once the belt is done, I move on to the cape. Cape is also a easy part to work, but you'll have to first condition the clay properly, or else there's gonna be a lot of air pocket, and those air pockets after baking will look like rashes on your sculpture. All those air bubbles will try to pop out, so you should make sure to condition the clay properly at any part. And then I bake the sculpture at 100 degrees Celsius in an OTG for some 40 to 45 minutes, and then the sculpture turns into matte finish. And then I start painting the eyes first. I use a hair dryer to dry it off, and then use a sculpting tool to give those eyeballs. This is the very first time I am using a sculpting tool for this part, because obviously I don't have a paintbrush that can do such minute detailings. And then I move on to the belt detailing, the gold color. This is where I actually feel the sculpture is coming to life, those gold belt. I've actually skipped those flanges on the forearms. I thought of giving it with chart paper, but I'll have to stick it up with super glue, which will leave a mark on the sculpture, which I didn't want. Using just clay will just break off, so that part alone looks a bit odd. The rest of the sculpture looks really great, that's what I feel. Hope you guys like the sculpting process. Please do like, subscribe, and you can even check out my Instagram profile for more sculptures over there. It might be inspiring for you to start sculpting. Thank you so much for watching it this far. I'll be very glad to hear from you guys. Do let me know what you felt in the comment section below, and I'll meet you guys with another sculpting video pretty soon.